Kyle, so good to see you. We're getting back to basics today. We have RMD 101, the rules that catch retirees off guard. Required minimum distributions aren't just about taking money out. They come with specific IRS rules that affect how, when, and where those dollars can be used. Understanding these basics can help you avoid penalties, manage taxes, and even support your favorite charity. All right, so number one here, each account is separate. The IRS requires you to calculate and take the RMD from each of your pre-tax retirement accounts individually. How does this rule catch people off guard?
Definitely, Aaron. RMDs, everyone's going to have to deal with them once they get old enough and you got a pre-tax account. And some of these things really catch people off guard because they can absolutely be confusing. This one is one of those things that it can be confusing. If you've got 3 IRAs, for example, you have to take an RMD from each of those technically. There's an amount that has to be distributed per account. However, you can take that whole required total amount between the 3 from just one of your IRAs if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. The IRS just cares that if you have pre-tax balances, a certain percentage of them is distributed in that year.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 2, you cannot use your RMDs to directly contribute to a Roth IRA. Why is that?
This is another one that catches people off guard. And the main reason is you're not working. So if you don't have a W-2 or a 1099 from a job in that current year, you can't contribute money to a Roth IRA at all. You're just not allowed to. On the flip side of this, and we talk about it all the time, Aaron, is these Roth conversions.
Right.
It's an excellent opportunity, but once you get to RMD age, you can't take that portion, that RMD you're supposed to take, and convert it to a Roth. You can't just push that button and do that. You have to take that money out of that IRA and put it in your bank account. So it's important to get ahead of this and start doing some of that proactive planning.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, using an RMD though for other expenses is okay. So once the RMD is taken, the cash is yours to spend however you wish. But does that include reinvesting in a taxable account?
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about this with clients quite often is they'll tell us, hey, Kyle, I don't need the RMD. I mean, the money's just going to sit in my bank account and earn maybe 0% or something. Well, absolutely. Then we could take that money and just move it into a brokerage account and keep that money invested at basically a taxable investment account, and put that money to work if you don't need it sitting in the bank account.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you talked about people who may not need those RMDs. That brings us to number 4, or if you're charitably minded, you can use these RMDs for charitable donations. How does this work?
So this is a huge one. If you don't know about it already, it's called qualified charitable distributions. So what you can do is you could take money from your IRA for the purpose of your RMD, and instead of taking it and moving it to your bank account or a brokerage account like we talked about, you can send that money straight from the IRA to the charity of your choosing. Now they have to be a qualified 501c3 organization, but you can route that money directly, and then that becomes now a non-taxable event. It's just a charitable distribution. Planning opportunity here. Clients of ours that pay tithes to a church, for example, and their RMD age, sometimes we could have that client have that proactive conversation with the church and say, hey, instead of this money coming out of my bank account, let me pay you from my IRA this year. Now you're taking that money that you were supposed to take anyway and not paying taxes on it, and you're still paying your tithes. It can be an excellent thing if you work it the right way.
And then number 5, people may or may not know this, Kyle, RMDs, they are taxable.
That's right. They are taxable. And when you're taking that money out and putting in your bank account or your brokerage account, it's going to be counted as taxable income, unless, of course, you take that QCD route that we just talked about. And Aaron, here's the thing. The older you get, you may have to take a bigger percentage of that account based on your RMDs. So as you're getting into your 80s and 90s, if you're coming from a family of long livers, those RMDs can be a real big problem because now you're getting all this taxable income. And that could have a domino effect going to IRMA, Social Security is taxable based on how much you make.
Right.
And if you can plan ahead and minimize the impact that RMDs are going to have on your future and your family's future, it can be incredibly beneficial.
Right. And I feel like, Kyle, talking this through with you, if there's one takeaway for people watching, a lot of us assume we're going to be in a lower tax bracket when we retire, but often it's these RMDs where it keeps your taxable income high, keeps your taxes high. So proactive planning is key. If somebody wants to talk to you about that, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You're absolutely right. And the best way to get a hold of us is through our website. That's firstcoastfinancialgroup.com.
Right. Kyle, thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.